Welcome back, Toddler Tribe. Today I'm getting real and raw and vulnerable. I sometimes do that, and today just felt like that day. So here's the deal. You know, if you listen to this show, that my kids are older. In fact, they're adults. They're grown and flown. But you might not know how old I am. I am currently 48 years old. Yeah, that's right. I'm 48 years old and I have a 19-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 24-year-old in heaven. So, why am I telling you this? Well, early on in this calendar year, way back in February of 2024, I said to myself, I need to be fit by 50. It became a really cool alliteration mantra in my head. I need to be fit by 50. I want to be fit by 50. I should be fit by 50, right? All of those unhelpful verbs that we throw in there. And then all of a sudden, it became I will be fit by 50. Watch me achieve this goal. Way back in February, I started very slowly setting a reasonable and achievable goal for exercising. 3 times a week, 20 minutes a time. And I had this elliptical that my parents gave me, and I started using that. I didn't go fast. Honestly, I don't even know that I sweat all that much way back then. But it was a reasonable and achievable goal. Then in April, I was ready to travel. I was headed to the National Head Start. I was headed off to do some other speaking engagements, and I was going to be flying, and I was going to be on stages. I was going to be in hotels that maybe, or actually, check that, I was going to be in Airbnbs that didn't have a gym, didn't have an elliptical. And I thought, whatever will I do? I am proving to myself that I'm capable of doing this. And I actually started to feel confident enough to add a 4th day and then a 5th day and believe that I could do it. So this dear friend of mine said, "Oh, I have a solution for you." Right? I have a Peloton and they have an app here. Let me get you some Peloton in your ear so that you can keep doing what's making you feel good while you're traveling and teaching and speaking. And it was a game changer. Fast forward to today, I exercise daily. I do have an actual treadmill. And yes, I still have Peloton in my ear. And here's what Peloton taught me today. Because they have those inspirational leaders in there, those coaches that keep you moving forward and finding that learning edge and feeling like you're making that next leap of what you're capable of, while also creating for you kind of a roadmap. Okay, this is the workout you chose today. This is what we're going to do. I'll be with you every step of the way. But this coach today, he said, I don't remember his name. Not terrible of me. I should. That's all I can do is coach you. I can't run for you. I can't walk for you. I can't hike for you. You have to want to do that for yourself. And I had this aha moment because, duh, of course that's true. And I talk all the time about the fact that you are there coaching your kids. The parallel just became so expressly clear to me that as a conscious parent who is using collaborative parenting strategies that I teach in my program, you are their coach. You are their model. You are their inspiration. You encourage, you empower, you create opportunities for. those good choices, those good behaviors, those great outcomes, those celebration moments, but nobody can choose to have them except your child. You can't make good choices for them. You can't. It's just true. And I say all the time, you are not in charge of your child's choices. And I'm realizing this is what I meant. You are in charge of supporting their thinking process, the way that they use emotion, the way that they think things through. You are in charge of helping them design a plan. You are in charge of growing their character and their humanness. Who's in charge of the choice? To stand on the top of the house and jump off? Them. Who's in charge of the choice to put their dish over by the sink without being asked? Them. But you're the support system. And another thing really hit me hard this morning as I was doing a training for a 5K because this girl's running the turkey trot this year. By the time this comes out, I might have already done it. Ooh, that'll be really fun to come in and tell you how it went. Another thing really hit me hard this morning. If you're killing it and you're staying calm and you're putting time between your reactions and your responses and you're choosing intentional language and you're inviting your child into the problem-solving process and you have figured out how to be your best self in many moments of the day, right? Not all the moments because you're still human. We cannot expect that means a perfect performance from our kids. Because you're doing your best doesn't necessarily mean they will do their best. And I know that in our cause and effect world, in our cause and effect brain, we think if we put in the work, we're going to get the results. Well, yeah, you are, but they're your results. It's your achievement and accomplishment that you continue to practice this style of parenting. They have their own process. So don't judge your results by their results. It's complicated, isn't it? Here's an example. Let's go back to last February again. Because I wasn't the only one in my household that said it's time to make a change. 2024 is going to be the year that we focus on our nutrition and our health and our aerobic exercise and our strength, and we are going to get ourselves ready for that second half of our lives. My husband joined me in making that statement. He has not joined me in taking reasonable, achievable, or consistent action towards the goal. And I'll be totally honest with you. There are days, I told you I was going to get vulnerable here. There are days that I resent that a lot. There are days I judge that. Why can't you just? There are days he looks at me, sees my personal results, and holds himself accountable, puts himself down, and it has some jealousy. And my gut reaction is to want to say, you didn't do the work. If you don't do the work, you don't get the results. But that's not helpful, is it? Of course not. We cannot hold each other accountable for results that are not our personal gains. And I practice this all the time. But my gut reaction, that one that just comes up and so quickly wants to pop out of my mouth, is just like yours. The challenge is in, can I take the breath, change my perspective, and remind myself My journey, my results. I can celebrate a win if I hold my tongue. I can use encouraging words later. And when he does come up to me and say things like, I really probably should do, listen to all those words, probably should. Those are not action-taking words, but we'll get there, right? I really probably should do more aerobic exercise, more cardio. I lovingly say, yes, you probably should. That would be really good for you to start reaching your goal. As you sit with kind of this melding of worlds, because that's what it is. The strategies that I teach you for how to consciously control your own experience, stress, mindset, and words works, not just with your toddlers, but with all the other people that you engage with and have relationships with too. It is kind of a bonus that when you finish my Transforming the Toddler Years course, you can just swap out that word. And now I'm going to transform my coworkers' space. Now I'm going to transform the relationship I have with my partner. Now I'm going to transform the relationship I have with the person bagging my groceries. Because how we hold ourselves, how we use words, the way we see the world and other people's perspectives always wins in relationship building. So I'm just going to keep doing my thing over here. I'm going to keep modeling what it looks like to be someone who takes internally motivated, driven, consistent choice action. And if he decides to join because he's ready and he wants to, great. I will cheer for him. Just like today, I will choose not to judge him. When you look at your toddlers on a daily basis, cheer for yourself. That when they poked that trigger button that you was so easily poked because you didn't get enough sleep last night, you didn't just yell back. You stopped, you realized, and you chose calm, intentional words. That's your cheerleading moment. The fact that they're a little bit off the rails right now has nothing to do with you. All right, my toddler tribe out there wrangling these tiny humans growing into their big brains and bodies. If you are ready to take the next step, my Transforming the Toddler Years pre-recorded course is ready for you. You work through our 6 modules on your own timeline, and you get to pop in for 6 live group coaching sessions along the way. Please take a look. Link is in the show notes. See if it's right for you right now. And I would love to be your coach and your teacher as you become their coach and their teacher, and everybody starts to grow into better versions of themselves. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.